I moved into this boarding house right in the middle of the rainy season. The rent was cheap, close to my school, and though the place was a bit run down, I didn't mind. Some friends who used to live here warned me, room number 3 is a little chilly. But nothing else. I didn't believe in ghosts, so I brushed it off. On the first night, while I was unpacking my things, I heard someone softly singing a lullaby from the next room. It was a hoarse, cracked female voice, echoing as if from the bottom of a well. Lullaby. The wind sways the bamboo branch. Hush now. My baby. No crying, no laughing. I froze. I was the only new tenant here. Everyone else was male students. Who would be singing to a baby at this hour? The lullaby repeated over and over. When I pressed my ear to the wall, it suddenly stopped. I opened the door and looked out into the hallway. It was pitch black. No one was there. It happened every night. At exactly midnight, the lullaby would echo again, sometimes right beside my pillow, other times from the kitchen corner. I couldn't sleep. On the third night, I stayed up with all the lights on. But when the clock struck 12, the lullaby returned, this time from right behind me. I turned around, no one. But the wall where I had hung a small mirror was now stained with a spreading black smear. I pulled the mirror down. Behind the plaster was a blood-stained white cloth and a handwritten poem scrawled in charcoal. Sleep, my child. I have no one left. Only the cradle and this cold corpse. Terrified, I packed up to leave. But as I stepped into the hallway, I saw a figure sitting motionless in the dark. A woman, her long hair hiding her face, cradling a small bundle in her arms, softly singing. I screamed. The next morning, the landlord told me the truth. My room used to be the site of a tragedy. A single mother, abandoned and hopeless, had taken her own life after her baby died. She had stayed in the room for 3 nights, rocking the lifeless infant in her arms, singing lullabies, before hanging herself in the bathroom. No one dared to rent the room after that, so the landlord sealed up the wall and lowered the rent. I moved out that very day. But years later, whenever it rains, I still sometimes dream of that lullaby, whispering softly into my ear.